Alright, we might be coming back up here. I do need to make sure that we have transcoding again, so give me a second. Gotta make sure we have those quality options. And we do. Nice, first try. Okay, we're back. We're back. Refresh. The weird part about that is that was like a completely separate issue from what we had earlier. Earlier, we were having issues where we were dropping some frames, so I disconnected and restarted my router and came back. When I came back earlier, it took me a few resets to actually get the quality options to show up, and then even then we had an issue where we were showing up with like one viewer for the first like hour or so. This time, my internet didn't go down. Like, I could still load stuff on my PC, chat was still connected and everything, but like Twitch just cut off the signal, and then when I tried to tell it to like stop and restart, OBS just froze and crashed, so I had to restart that. Ay ay ay. What a night. Anyways, I don't know what the last thing you guys heard was, but I forget what I was talking about now at this point anyways. I guess just that that was a hard matchup. That Garuga. I'm not sure what we should be working on next. I was thinking of different sets we could make that might be good and useful. I think those barrel bombs really did come in handy. I think those barrel bombs might have been some of the last few bits of damage that like knocked his ears down, which is what we were waiting for. I've had like an alternating like okay time with Garuga and then like horrendous awful time with Garuga, which I guess makes sense. That's kind of how he's supposed to be. We're missing an item. It's Farcaster, or not Farcaster, but Psychostorm. There we go. All right, I think we might take a look at Athena's real quick and see if we can design a greatsword set of armor for G rank. Now that we've gotten the G2. I know that the full Rathalos X set is supposed to be pretty good, but I don't want to grind 2 heavenly scales for it, I don't think. So we're going to see what we can do without grinding 2 Rathalos heavenly scales. So we're looking for Blade Master, and we're looking for, I guess, Focus, Crit Draw, or I guess it's Art of Unsheathing. Maybe it is in here as Crit Draw. Oh, nope, there it is. Art of Unsheathing. Got it. And I'm thinking of going with Speed Sharpening. This should have quite a few. Yeah, that's what I thought. Quite a few options. What's the worst feeling in Monster Hunter period, Marts? Now, if we could get health rec items improved on top of this, that would be a really cool set. I think this is asking too much. Yeah, it is asking too much. What happens, if we drop sharpening skill, can we get it? We can. What about if we put in a different sharpness skill? Now this would be ridiculous if we could get sharp sword in here. We can't. That doesn't surprise me. Bummer. How about Divine Blessing? Can we get that in there? Is it called Protection in this game or something? Divine Protection, yeah. A couple 5-point skills. Nope. Okay. No fancy quality of life skills for us. Hi, Katniss. Hello. Wanting to grind something new, but also not wanting to grind something. I want a G-rank armor set for Greatsword that doesn't look awful and has decent skills. But I also don't want to farm 2 Rathalos Heavenlies in G2. Hope you're doing well today, Kat. We've been having some stream issues. So that means I don't want the Rathalos Helm, and I don't want the Rathalos Greaves, which is okay, because it's not even bringing out the Rathalos Greaves. Looks like it's going to be lots of Lavasiath stuff, which is a bummer, because I also don't want to fight more Lavasiath. Ugh, bad place to be. I also don't like how the Lavasiath armor looks. It's too big. If you wear it it's full set, it's like... okay. I don't know. I think we're going to do another Rathian. We're grinding Rathian for Heavenly Scales as well. In G2, because why not? I think we're going to do it with Greatsword this time. We do have a G rank greatsword set. It's just not nice. I think your best set in 3 was Honed Blade, Razor Sharp, and Stam Recovery up. What's Honed Blade? Welcome back. Thank you, Schmeg. Thank you. Yeah, that was a completely different issue than earlier tonight. Twitch is just having some issues. It means this VOD is going to be a mess, but oh well. Here, let me figure out what this set's supposed to have. Give me a second. Okay. So it's supposed to have a celebrity jewel. Okay, there that is. It's supposed to have 3... It's supposed to have 8 short charge jewels, so there's 3 of them. It's supposed to have... Okay, that's 5 of them. That's 7 of them. That's 8 of them, and that's a curing jewel. So this should be all good, right? Yeah, I guess so. Reckless, Abandon 2, and Focus... No? We're missing Recovery. Cure All Jewel plus Curing Jewel. Yo. Ah, okay, I know what's going on. I know what's going on. This goes in the chest, is what's going on. Here we go. Homeboy to sharpness plus 1 and attack up large. That's what I thought. I think it's in this game, isn't it? Like, I think this is the game where it appeared? Yes, that's true. Yeah, crit does end up being better than attack up in late high rank and G rank, but I think Honed Blade is 10 points, and it gets you some really strong skills. But yeah, crit does end up being better than attack up skills generally, because attack up is a fixed amount of added raw, whereas crit is multiplicative, or at least it adds into the multiplier of your damage formula, at least a little bit. Yeah, still an amazing value, I think is the point. Oh my god, ridiculous amounts of Bullfongo in this quest. Before crit boost, you needed high true raw to make that more worthwhile. Not in this game. In this game's G rank, crit's more worthwhile than attack up. Why am I killing things here? The Rathian's not in here. Yeah, not in high rank. In high rank, it's kind of a toss-up between the two. That's a free midnight moment right there if I've ever seen one. Oh my god, this game. 3 and 4 you prefer to attack. 4U is really good. I really enjoyed 4U's progression and style earlier this year. I'm looking forward to going back to it too. A lot of monsters, if you hit them with a paintball, they'll react kind of strangely in this game. Like it'll knock them out of their taunt or their like idle animation, whatever they're doing. In her case, if you hit her with a paintball, she can act out of it, and she acted by instant charging. That's what happened there, for those who are curious. God darn it. First gen is a marvel? I mean, this isn't first gen. This is second gen. This is the game with the quality of life. Having bad luck tonight. It's not been my smoothest night, both in terms of my play and in terms of technical difficulties, Game God, but it's okay. We're still having a good time. I'm still happy to be back on stream after a few nights away. Surprised we got a guard up in time for that. Yeah, no, you're all good, cool guy Dalton, don't worry. I think that's true for a lot of players. A lot of players don't really care to go back past 3rd gen, and that's okay. Not really an obligation to. I wish that dunked her out of the sky. Instead, she dunked on us. I thought you said you were going to run Garuga back with Greatsword. I did say that. I'm taking a break. Again. This is going to be the night of Garuga and Rathian, I guess. No, we might do Garuga again. We didn't get the part we needed. After all that hassle, we didn't get the one piece of material that we needed to finish the Hunting Horn. So we have to do them again. So I'm not doing anything with Dual Blades, you can bet that for sure. I should have rolled forwards there. I don't know what that iframe marks, so it really wasn't on purpose. Unless it was the tail whip. If it was the tail flip, that was intentional. Nice, all these whiffs. All the whiffs. Yeah, it's a kind of a challenge, Cool Guy Dalton. I'm not totally used to it yet. I've only fought 4th Gen Teo a little bit earlier this spring, because I didn't really fight him very much in Generations when I played that game. So I'm still getting used to that ticking time bomb mechanic as well. It's pretty threatening, because it does a lot of damage. I wish you could iframe it. I think did someone say you could with Evade 2 or something? I don't know. That sounds pretty hype. Alright, we gotta kill some Velociprey when we get in here. Also gonna try and paintball her again though. You can roll it with base iframes? Oh well, that's hype. That's really hype. I'm gonna have to try and do that sometime. I'll have to guard it a few times. We just chopped that prey in half, just in case you guys missed that. It's a feature of the old games. Just chopping some of the little monsters straight in half. Which Gen Teo is this? This is 2nd Gen Teo. He does not have Supernova. I'm talking about 4 Ultimate. I played a lot of 4 Ultimate this spring. I played all of low rank and high rank in 4 Ultimate, like all the village quests, all the hub quests. So it was my first time getting used to 4th generation Teo. I was trying to Superman dive. I know I mean, there's no Nova in this game, so I know what you're talking about, Marks. They're probably pretty similar, Cool Guy Dalton. Get out of here. There we go. There's lots of gens flying around in the chat. No worries, folks. Man, I'm gonna have something come. I'm gonna have something else coming for me when I get to G rank medals. I am sloppy with the Wrath's patterns nowadays. Did we get hit by that? No, we didn't. Wow. That's weird. That's really weird, Martz. I've never heard anyone kind of think about it like that. Oh, so satisfying. I seem irritable today. I'm frustrated a little bit with some of the monsters. I'm not playing my best. We've had technical difficulties all night, so I'm a little bit irritable. I'm sorry. I shouldn't try and... I mean, I'm not trying to take it out on you guys, but if it's coming out towards y'all, I really resent that. I'm not happy with myself about it. That's true. Well, there's only 3 incarnations of Teostra. There's 2nd generation Teostra in Dose and Freedom Unite. I'm not sure if he's in Freedom 2. He probably is. Then there's Teostra in 4th gen, which is 4U and GU, and then there's Teostra in World. But I think most people would probably refer to that as 2nd gen Teo, 4th gen Teo, and 5th gen Teo, referring to it as like the games he is from, the generation of the game he is appearing in, rather than how many releases or how many versions of him there are. Yeah, I think I'm just a little bit frustrated. That Garuga was really tough. We've had some technical difficulties, and I've just not played my best. I think that would make anybody a little bit grumpy. But I never want to be grumpy on stream. It's not the goal. The goal is to have fun with Monster Hunter. And at this point, I am. Yeah, I lumped that in with technical difficulties, Monstropolis. I mean, I'm trying to be chill with this challenge. I mean, like, don't take nights where I'm irritated or nights where I'm really having a hard time as like a indicator of how I'm enjoying the game entirely. This is just a lot harder and a lot less reasonable than most of the challenges in those games. It's a lot easier for things to go from like 0 to 100, or for your health to go from 100 to 0 in a moment's notice than the other games. Like, I'm sure there are some tougher monster patterns to deal with in 4 Ultimates G rank, but in terms of just raw amount of ways that things could go completely wrong, I feel like this game is even more difficult, maybe. I don't know. I'll know when I get there, I guess. Keratin, it usually doesn't. I mean, like, if you have the proper matchup, if it's a good matchup in terms of both your loadout and the weapon that you're going up against the quest with, it can be like a 15-20 minute quest, which to me is pretty comfy. Like, that's a good time for a quest. It's just if you're going in with a weapon matchup that is like, oh, I'm kind of under-geared, or oh, this is a kind of rough matchup like Dual Blades versus Garuga, you can prepare to go to the time limit. It will go that long because these health pools are quite large. It's kind of frustrating in that way, where it's just like, man, if I can't deal good damage to Garuga's face here, we're just going to have to buckle in and go to the time limit, which is what ended up happening. Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to apologize if I seem kind of down today. I'm not upset or down. I've had a nice day, but it's just been a tough night, I guess, in terms of the stream. Didn't you mean you weren't enjoying the game just because there are lower lows? Yeah, that'll happen in this game. This game is a monster. This sword is basically playing with crit draw, but without crit draw on our set. We have crit eye too, and plus this sword, it's 70% affinity. It's kind of nuts. We probably don't need to make a new G rank greatsword set for a little bit. Even if I don't like this set, it's probably better until we feel like farming up the Rathian or Rathalos Heavenlies. And yeah, chat is wholesome. I'm appreciative of chat. Very, very appreciative. Just defeated multi-Tigrex. Congratulations. What did you think of that fight? It's one of my absolute favorites. Granted, I haven't done G-Rank, the G-Rank version yet. A little early. I thought we'd be done a little bit too much there. Capture crew around that set? Nope. I was just guessing, and I guessed wrong. No, I kind of need to capture her. We're going for Heavenly Scales, and you do not get a chance for a Heavenly Scale from a body carve. You do get a chance from a tail carve, from a head break, and from a capture, though. I think she's got to be close. She didn't limp at all last time when we were fighting her with Hammer. Whoops. I like the cute V chats. No, she's leaving. Okay. Last time she left here, she went back up to the field again, and then she died there. So I want to be cautious. I really don't want her to die. I hope we can lay down the pitfall trap in the field. If we can't, then we're going to be out of luck. We can lay down the pitfall trap here, but she doesn't come here. Yeah, I like greatswords that charge like that too, Monstropolis. It's cool as heck. Can't lay the pitfall trap down here. R.I.P. Or in the other area. She only goes to 2 areas, so we're kind of screwed. I don't know where she sleeps, but I guess we should paintball her, huh? We'll take things kind of slow. We won't do any charges. We'll just do draw slashes, see if we can get her to limp. Why is it you can't lay it down in this area? Certain areas just don't allow for laying down some kind of traps. Like, you can't lay down a shock trap in like a watery cave or something. I don't know. It's a little weird. picky about where you can and can't lay down traps sometimes. I probably should have waited until I saw her limp, but last time she just didn't limp at all, and I was kind of worried about it. Hey, Commander Henkel, welcome. We've had kind of a scuffed stream tonight, but we're doing okay for now. Just hunting some Rathian. Oof. That seemed a little silly. Thought for sure I was on the outside of her legs there. Doesn't everyone just love this theme? I don't really like this theme. For me, it's just a little bit too loud and repetitive. I was being sarcastic, I'm sorry. Like, it's better than the Rathalos theme, but not by much. This is my least favorite. It's okay. You're allowed to like it. This is my second, I think my second least favorite track on the whole OST. I think that this part of the song is cool, but I think the actual chorus is just too blaring and repetitive. You know, first least favorite is Forest and Hills, like Rathalos' theme. Hates music of all kind. That's not true. I think there are a couple songs in these older games that can be a little bit grating. That's all. I really like a lot of the second gen themes though. A lot of the ones from DOS are really, really evocative of like some nice Monster Hunter vibes that you just don't get from tracks in Freeman Knight, which is a bummer. Freeman Knight borrowed a lot of tracks from Frontier instead. I think she's got to be getting close. Nice. Good job. I could be wrong. We could have been doing more damage with Hammer, but I think she's got to be getting pretty close here. What sharpness does that sword have? Because flashing pink is not telling you much. Purple. Flashing pink is purple sharpness. Yeah, the sharpness is all kind of flash in this game. They don't stay a solid color. Yep. Purple is the single biggest damage boost you can get for a weapon in this game. The multiplier is just higher than most games for purple sharpness. So that's why Nargacuga weapons are so nice, because they have natural purple and good affinity and good slots. Just a little bit kind of lackluster raw. Like their raw is not as low as it is in some other games. But their sharpness and affinity and slots are top tier. So they're really good weapons at this point in the game. It's pinkish. It's definitely not dark purple. Like, it looks about as purple as that. That's a very light purple, if it's a purple, on the sharpness bar there. Don't know what my favorite Monster Hunter battle theme is? I don't know. It'd be hard for me to pick a favorite. There are a lot of really good ones, especially some of the arena ones. I'm trying to be careful and give her a chance to limp away to like a sleeping area where we can capture her, but I don't know. She seems determined not to. We're gonna get sat on? Nope. Oh, jeez, that was close. Hey. There we go. If she goes to an area where we can lay the trap, I'm gonna lay the trap. I'm pretty sure she's about ready. I like some of the arena themes even more than some of the battle themes. Like, they're really cool. Like, I just think they've got nice upbeat songs usually. Yeah, I don't think... Okay, it doesn't look like she's gonna go to a sleeping area. Bummer, dude. No way of making her, change areas either. Just lots of the arenas. 3rd gen arena, 4th gen arenas. I just think they have cool themes. They're usually like a little bit more like contemporary than the actual like battle themes, which are more like thematic, I guess. If that makes sense? I don't know. Looking for mantles? Yeah, heavenlies pretty much. Yep. So we're trying to get the capture, but we can't lay down the pitfall trap in this area. I would have thought she would have been dead by now. With hammer, she was already dead. I was gonna say Valstrax. I fought like less than 5 Valstrax. So it shouldn't be Valstrax. Well, that sucks. I should have definitely waited for my trap until she'd gone another area or two. Oh well, we probably have a little bit more understanding of how her HP is now. Yeah, I don't think we had any chance at the Heavenly from carving it here, but that's okay. Still another Rathian quest in the books. I like Rathian's fight. I hadn't fought one with Greatsword since returning, so that was fun. At least we got the tail carve chance and a shiny carved, or a shiny drop chance. I don't know that shinies can be a mantle. I know they can be a ruby, but I don't know about mantles. Maybe. Or heavenlies, not mantles. Excuse me. I'm a little sleepy this evening. I've been up since like 6 in the morning. It's now like 2 in the morning, so. No Iron Sheathing for Greatsword yet? There's Iron Sheathing. This Greatsword doesn't need it. This Greatsword has 50% affinity on its own, so we just chucked in Reckless Abandon and it had 70%, which is good enough for me. Yeah, like this is our best greatsword for a little bit still now, and so it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense to go for Art of Unsheathing when Art of Unsheathing will just improve it by 50%. Like not the full 100. Well, we're going to keep that Greatsword train going. We're going to go ahead and do a Garuga, like I mentioned. We only need one more Garuga bit. Or actually, you know what? No, I'm not going to do Greatsword. I'm going to do the new Water Longsword that we just finished up last stream. That should be fun to use. I feel like Longsword v Garuga is a nice one. Crit draw only gets 50%? No, crit draw in this game is actually really strong. Crit draw makes your weapon crit 100%. Like it doesn't even increase your affinity by a set amount. It will make your weapon crit no matter what. Your weapon could have negative 1,000 affinity, and crit draw would still make it crit in this game. But because our weapon already has 50% affinity, I'd rather just go and gem in some more affinity and go for a more versatile set rather than go for crit draw and only get a boost. Like you're basically getting like half the worth of crit draw if your weapon already has 50% affinity. Crits add, I think, 0.75% to your damage. I'm bad at the actual damage formula of things in this game. I'm really bad at the actual math. Doesn't apply on elemental or just raw? Just raw. No, there is no elemental crit in this game. I think the first game that was added in was maybe for ultimate. 25%? Okay. Thanks, ProCal. I'm really not good at the math part of this game. I understand the concepts behind things, but I can't tell you the actual numbers or the actual equation or anything. Yep. I know people think of it as fixed rates, Marth. Fixed percentages of damages because they're averaging out. I'm aware of people do that. Shoot, wait, hang on. Oh no, never mind, we're good. I thought for a second I forgot to equip part of the set, but we're all set. The set will be just fine. First time using the sword after finishing it last stream. Had to do some Bizarrios farming for this guy. Or I guess not farming, rather, but just had to fight some Bizarrios to finish this guy off. I have earplugs. I forgot. Sword looks so cool. You're all good, Vermilion. I think your English is good. These bugs are really annoying in this quest. I am indeed using a longsword. Yes, Marth. We're using a water longsword that I finished last stream. Feels good. Hey, alternate alpha. Welcome. Missed. Nice. Hitting the bugs at least fills up the gauge a little bit more. That's nice. It's been a while. Yeah. Cheers. No, we did struggle to complete it, Ethan, but we did finish it with dual blades. It took me, I think, 4 or 5 attempts. I think four attempts to beat it with dual blades. Dual blades was really a bad matchup. And then after that 4th attempt, we didn't get the one material we needed from him. I don't think it's an especially rare material, but we just didn't get it. So I'm doing it again with the weapon that I actually wanted to do. It's going okay this time. Too early there. Too early. That is a massive amount of damage. We're maybe dead? Not yet, anyways. Wait for a safe move. That's safe. That's safe for us to probably eat 2. Yep. Don't mind if I do. Thank you, Hornitar. Whew. And that's with 500 defense, mind you. That is 500 defense, which is about the most we can get. This is all... Nope, this is almost all G-rank armor. There's one piece of high-rank armor mixed in here, the arms. But that's like almost all maxed out G-rank armor for this point in the game. And it's still doing that much damage to us. Yeah, earplugs are a huge... We tried this fight initially with dual blades without earplugs and it went really badly. I think with longsword I could manage this hunt without earplugs, but it just gives him a lot of opportunities to be a jerk. I'd also like to practice rolling his roar, but not tonight. Tonight's not the night for that. I don't think so, Vermilion. Truly, your English is good. Yep. There are 2 types of roars. There are roars that just need regular earplugs, and there are roars that need high-grade earplugs. This set has just regular earplugs. You can see activate skill over there on the left says earplug. Certain roars, like some of the Wrath, like Silver and Gold Wraths, Silver Rathalos and Gold Rathian require high-grade earplugs. And some other roars. I think Tigrex is one of them. But not all. Yeah, it's a useful skill. It's not a skill I like using. I don't like using a lot of quality of life skills because I don't want to get used to them. I think that a lot of quality of life skills are nice to use for matchups where, like, it can have deadly effects if you don't. Like, Garuga here can really, really wreck your life if you don't use earplugs. Or you don't roll his roar or block it. So with his shield, it's nice because you can block it, you don't need earplugs, but he can really wreck your life, so it's important to have it. But on other fights, for me at least, I don't want to let myself get in the habit of being used to just continuing to fight through roars, because then if I ever have to have a set that doesn't have earplugs, I'll be in bad shape. I'll have a bunch of bad habits. So that's how I feel about it, but I don't know. I only feel that way because I want to try and keep practicing and improving and like focusing on really practicing like the essence of each weapon against a monster, and I want to weed out any bad habits I've got. Oh. I was even rolling too, like I knew he was gonna charge or something. Damn. That guy is brutal. I think that slam also comes straight from Frontier Marts, if I'm not wrong. I don't know for sure, but... Alright, we keep going. Like I said, this is with 500 defense, too. And positive fire resistance, too. This guy just does a lot of damage. This is One-Eyed Garuga, for what that's worth. So this is one of the few monsters in Freeman that's like a special kind of variant of a monster. Where it has a bit more aggressive patterns and does a little bit more damage and maybe has a little more HP. Alright, Garuga. Let's hunt. Let's go. Gotta make sure he notices me. He noticed me. And then I can paintball him. If you paintball him before he notices you, he just leaves, which is great. I don't know why, Marts. Maybe they just felt like using that model to make him look meaner. Greed. Greed. Trying to follow up that combo, but I kind of screwed it up. I think we'll probably bounce off his wings now. Nope, guess not. Nope. Greedy, so greedy. I knew the second I pressed that button, I was like, this is an awful idea. That little pace he does is something he'll do often before going for either a series of packs or an instant charge. Super greedy. I would imagine so, Marts. I think it's probably a lot based upon writing certain pathways in your brain so you can think and recall those sorts of terms and phrases when you want to. So if you don't use those neural pathways for a while, I'd imagine that they would just kind of wear away for the most part. I'm sure you still recall bits and pieces, even just small bits, but I'm sure you would lose, like even if you were fluid in a language, if you didn't speak it for a very long time, I think you would forget how, at least without spending some time rewriting those passageways in your brain again. And like I said, I'm no linguist, so I guess I don't know either, but that's what I would think. No, I should not, Marths. I will not do that. I mean, like, I learned a little bit of German in high school, and it has completely gone from my mind now because I haven't practiced at all. I didn't take it that seriously. So, like, on an educational level, I think that, like, totally, like, you can 100% forget a language, even if you learned a bit of it in high school or something like that, if you don't end up using it. When it's like something where you're actually fluent in it, or you actually use it, or you're conversational in that language, I feel like it's probably a little bit harder to lose track of because you, like I said, you've probably worn some of those pathways in your brain a bit more. But I'm sure it can still happen. Wait, is there G-Rank Caravan in 4U? I thought there was just G-Rank Hub. Is it all just some quests that are added into 10-star? Oh, I didn't let him see me first, so he took off immediately. Darn. Oh my god, what an infuriating monster. There are missions that are G level. Yeah, I guess I figured that. I think I knew about that. I thought for a second that there was like a whole separate set of ranks that were G rank in Caravan. No. Yeah, I got you guys. I gotcha. Very cool, thanks. Nope. After that, I'm taking a break myself. Y'all can stay there. When the game hits you with stuff like that, sometimes you just gotta go, nope, I'm out. I'm also just fine with him leaving this area. This area is no fun with all these respawning thunderbugs. We're really, really, really lucky that didn't hit us. Whew. Like, even with a much nicer matchup like Longsword, it's still a tough fight. G-Rank Garuga is no joke. Sorry, Marth, it's okay. There's no rush on them. Whew. I mean, dude, if it was tough for you, Schmeg, and you finished it, be proud. Everyone has quests that are really challenging for them. There are certain statistics that make some quests universally difficult, but if it was a challenging thing and you got good enough to clear it, then congrats. Like, I've done high rank Regios with Gun Lance, and I thought it was like pretty tricky. I can't imagine G rank. These bugs are so obnoxious. I should not be doing this. I should be healing. It's crazy how just standing by his legs will melt you. Love this fight. It's weird. Sometimes the wings seem like you can hit them safely with white. Sometimes it seems like you can't. It's weird. Had to go to the beach this morning. Way too tired for that, so here you are. Well, welcome. We've had a heck of a night. We've had some tough matchups. Alternate Alpha, are you Shadows of Alpha? With a different name? Hey, Angani, welcome. Okay, that's what I thought. I recognize that Pikachu emote that you used. Good looking longsword there? Thank you. We finished that up last time when we tried to melee a G-rank Bizarrios to death with heavy bowgun. Tonight we've had some rough times with G-rank Garuga. We were tasked with doing him with dual blades, which we did manage, but it was a slog. It didn't work out. It didn't work out on Gani. The meleeing Bizarrios. to death. We had to restart. So long sword is much preferable. We only need 1 silver pelt for him to finish his hunting horn. What we're working on in general tonight is working on completing this list of weapon upgrades. Making some of them from scratch. Upgrading some of them from previous upgrades. Before we move on to the next rank of G rank. What New World weapon designs are your favorite? Like, do they have to be unique to New World, or can they be like updated versions of the old ones? Does he land out of bounds? I think he does. Same question about the armor. I probably don't have a favorite. Oh no, I'm sorry you pulled your back muscles while rock climbing. It's easy to get pretty injured doing that stuff. I'm well aware. There we go, there's the wing break. Nice. I don't think we can get the tail cut. Not without taking a lot of time for it. Do you have 2 answers there or both? I don't think I really have favorites. I can tell you some designs that I don't like, but I don't want to be too negative. The Zora Magdro stuff does look pretty cool. I gotcha, Alpha. Well, it's good to see ya. I'm sorry you've been sort of out of commission. Missing. We've had some really large Garugas today. Well, nice. I hope you have fun with for Ultimate as well, Ethan's. There we go. So much better than dual blades. There we go. That's all we needed was 1 silver Garuga pelt, so we're good. Yeah, I don't know. There are certain weapon designs in World that I like here and there. I think that World has because World is more like high fidelity and realistic, it tends to be a little bit fancier in terms of some garnishing and armor and design. I'm not sure I really like that too much. Like, I like how the Volcana armor looks, but I think I'd like it if it was a little simpler and not so ornate. Same with the weapons. Maybe not so much for the weapons. The weapons, I'm kind of okay with them looking that ornate and detailed and, like, fancy. I don't know. Same thing with the Kolv armor and maybe the Belhazak armor, too. It's just a little too fancy. That's just me, though. And I can acknowledge that other people might really, really dig those fancy kind of garnished armor designs. I don't know. Well, it's a good thing we carved it, because we didn't get one of the rewards. Jeez. Okay. Our whole goal this evening was to upgrade weapons. We haven't made loads of progress with that, but here we go. We now have the Wolf Shamisen, which is a really rad looking Garuga hunting horn. Super cool. Pretty sure it has attack song. It has 1404 raw, has some poison, has a little bit purple. Pretty cool. I think all in all, it does kind of fail out compared to the bicolored Castanet, because I think the bicolored Castanet has slots, maybe, and the same raw, but purple's pretty nice. Love coming back to a dead Garuga. It is pretty nice, isn't it? Well, with that, we can go ahead and check that off our list. all done with the Garuga hunting horn. That's something. The Ice Longsword needed Bizarrios tears and maybe some other stuff, but I'm not sure if I'm up for it tonight. I'm feeling a little tired. I can probably do another Rathian. I'll do another Rathian. I'll let you guys choose the weapon for the final Rathian in the night, probably. Hornmeister is flute expert in this game, right? Yeah, I don't really feel it's necessary. Even, like, basically, you're just kind of giving yourself, like, a small damage buff. In other games, I consider Horn Maestro to be, like, of utmost importance because you really can keep your songs up 100% of the time, and so Horn Maestro basically allows you a little bit more free time where you don't have to be worrying about that as much. In Freedom at Night, there's no way for you in G rank to keep up your songs the whole time. Even with Horn Maestro, they're going to run out in the area, and you do not have openings large enough to play an entire song, maybe if you're in multiplayer, but not in solo, with how long it takes to switch back and forth from the different notes and how long it takes to play them, rather than just queuing them up through attacks and then playing them in one recital. So it's just like slightly longer damage buff. It's like you get a little bit more damage buff there. I'd much rather take a utility skill or more damage skills on my armor set. Yeah, it's just not, it's not worth it in my mind when you can't actively play songs aside Purple Purple. Like, that's the only song you can feasibly play, because once you go into recital mode, then you would have to take a full second to, like, switch notes. It's pretty, I don't know, it's pretty slow. It feels like, at least in that way, they really made a change for the better with Hunting Horn when they made it where you recite after playing as opposed to actually playing. Although, this is neat, too. It's pretty cool. I need to get better at actually using the moves that come out in recital mode, but it's still a pretty neat design decision. Yeah, artillery in this game is also kind of in a rough spot. Artillery is a little different, where it's not like, I feel like Hunting Horn and Horn Maestro is actually pretty good. It's like, if you could play songs, it'd be worth it for sure, but you just can't really do it. Artillery just doesn't scale enough. If you stun a monster with Hunting Horn, would it be better to just smash circle instead of triangle? Circle in this game just does the poke. There's no other swing. Generally, across the game's a pretty solid damage combination. Probably not for Iceborne or Worlds, really, because the combos are so different. But in most of the games up until then, a pretty solid damage combo is just left, right, left, right, left, right. So like triangle, circle, or X, Y, X, Y. No. X, A, whatever. Like X, Y, X, Y, or sorry. Those are the wrong buttons. Don't pay attention to that. Triangle, circle, and then a super slam to end the down is usually the way that people will combo with Hunting Horn. It's a 15-point skill? I didn't even know it was a 15-point skill. That's crazy. It's XAU Freedomlet. Whoops. Sorry. So yeah, if you guys want to choose the weapon for a G-rank Rathian, which is probably going to be our last hunt of the night, go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. I'm glad we've gotten to work on some of these hunts. I understand Garuga's patterns a little better now, having ruled against them with Hunting Horn. Light bowgun. How it works, Smiley-O, is you want to go ahead and type !ticket in the chat. It's free. It puts your name into a hat. If I draw your name, then you get to pick what weapon I'm using. That's why you see folks in the chat doing that. What did you ask the question? What question did you ask, Marth? Sorry, I missed it. Would you do challenges for Freedom Night in the same vein as Portable Third? Maybe. I mean, we haven't really finished many of the Portable Third ones, so I don't know. Maybe.
Neat.
Yeah, tonight's been kind of a tough night, but like I said, I'm still glad that we worked on those fights. I'm glad we made this Hunting Horn. It's cool. Yeah, I hope you've been well on Ghani. It's good to see you. part of being here is to chill and relax after a not great day. Well, I'm sorry you come into what's kind of been a tough stream, but it's nice to have you here. Cheers. Ada. I'm sorry you had kind of a bad day. Or kind of a tough day, rather. Crackamus Maximus, thank you for the follow. Cheers. It's very kind. I hope you enjoy the stream or enjoy the Monster Hunter that's going on here tonight. And last call on the weapon raffle. If you want to choose my weapon for our final hunt of the night, go ahead and type exclamation mark ticket in the chat. If your name gets called or picked, you get to pick my weapon. And yeah, we'll go ahead and do it. We are missing one item. It is a Farcaster. Do you know that in the Monster Hunter games, the language they speak is Wyverian? Yeah, I guess so. I don't think about it much, but yeah. Makes sense. I think it would make sense that some of the felines speak like a feline language, or something like that, but I'm not going to pretend to know much about the lore. Lore is not my, my strong suit, I guess. They speak Marth? They do not. Alright, let's see what we're going to be using on this next hunt. It's going to be Namunus. Namunus, congrats. What would you like me to use for our last hunt of the night, which is a Rathian? We're trying to get Heavenly Scales. We need one Heavenly Scale to finish the Master Odyssey Sword and Shield, which is a lovely water sword and shield. Really cool. Super deep emerald green looking thing. Heavy bowgun. Alright, let's do it. Eventually this set is going to wear out, but for now it's still kicking out the damage. Yeah, I think that's true for most of the games after this one, Angani. It's a shame. We are definitely gonna remember needleberries. Our mistake where we ended up meleeing that friggin' Bizarrios was because we forgot needleberries on top of huskberries. Bad mistake. Let's see, Rathian. Rathian. I want to double check her elemental weaknesses. I think it's like probably thunder and then dragon and then water. So we'll probably just bring thunder and normal. That means we need some flash bugs. Okay. I don't think we need to poison her. I think we'll be okay. Anything else we might want to bring? Probably not. What, this? How much money we've got? 474,000. Hang on a second. It seems like a lot, and it is a lot, I guess. But you go in here and you go, I want to make a G rank longsword, and it's 105,000 zenny. So like it is a lot of money, but it goes away really quickly. But like by the time we're done with not even all of these weapons that we're working on, just some of them. By the time we're done with some of these, it'll be, oh, that's the wrong page. By the time we're done with some of these, it's going to be all gone again. Anyways, we're looking at Rathian here. I just want to make sure I know where to shoot her. I mean, I think it's going to be her head and her stomach and her feet. And then for Thunder, it's going to be her head, her stomach, and her feet are okay. Mainly head and stomach, which is good because it pierces. Hello, Gale. How are my shoes? My actual shoes are just fine. Our night's been okay. We've had kind of a tough stream, but it's not been awful. We've had some technical difficulties and some tough ones. But that's okay. Wait, what did you say heavy bowgun to? You said heavy bowgun to G-rank Rathian. Do you think it'd be cool to play a mod of Freeman Night with item sets, more equipment set slots, easy decoration movements, hold button gathering, etc. quality? Yes, I'd be fine with that. That wouldn't bother me. Like, I don't really mind those things in this game outside of maybe the decorations because it's such a time sink, but it doesn't really bother me that much. But with control stick attack, I mean, we're going to play that one someday. I'm just holding out hope for a server. No worries, Naminus, you're all good. Like, I don't mind having gotten used to those things, just like I don't mind using the claw now that I've gotten used to it. But I also don't really care. I'm not like someone who's like, it's better this way. It's better with me manually moving my decorations around and not being able to have item sets, keeping a mental list of all the... Like, no. Yeah, like, it grows on you because it's part of the experience, I think, and I appreciate that it's part of the experience. It's all kind of how hunters lived back then, which sounds silly, but it's just how it is. But I don't mind if there are quality of life improvements either. No, if you added in an RNG endgame grind, I would say that would not be okay. That changes the game quite a bit. Is she gonna leave? Nope, she's just spooked. Did I bring up combines? I did. I already talked about that too. Oh, let's go. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's absolutely spoiled me. Like, seriously, this is all high rank. This is a high rank set that only has 2 skills. It has auto reload and evade extender. And this is the high rank Laoshan cannon, which is just a strong raw gun with some good ammunition options. And this has carried us through many a G rank fight at this point. Like, auto reload is not to be trifled with. Strong stuff. I liked it a lot, Marks. I thought I did a good job of explaining some good and bad. Or like some things he enjoyed and didn't enjoy in a way that would make sense to hopefully most folks. I knew that was going to happen to me. Ooh, yeah, it's high rank here, alright. Oh, we're dead. We're not dead. Holy crap. Without evade extender, we definitely would have been dead. That's so aggressive. Oh my god. Yeah, I also miss the piercing elemental shots. It's nice they're like that in GU. I have a lot of things to look forward to about playing through GU on stream. I should probably stand to her right, huh? That way if she does 3, I can get out of the way a little earlier. Yep, like that. We'll probably deal more damage with normal anyways, like we usually do, but it feels good to use the pertinent elemental ammo, especially when you can kind of fly through it with auto reload. Do they? I didn't realize. Then that's cool. I have something to look forward to about gunning in World 2. I've done almost no gunning in World, or basically none. This is a really bad position, this guy. Yeah, they seem cool. I like that light bowgun seems like it's got a really nice kit in World and Iceborne. I tried heavy bowgun and it just felt really weird. Like in terms of the roll and the movement, it just felt really different than the rest of the cast. Got a wing break there. I was wondering if we would do that. Is she leaving? She might be. Nope, she just zoned herself, that's all. Whoops, that's an awful shot. It happens. Have we broken her head yet? I don't think we have. Cool. This is going just fine. There'll be a bunch of Velociprey in this next area that we'll probably want to take care of with normal too. Thanks, Bofongo. That's fine, I guess. This is gonna be a little annoying. Heavy bowgun, elemental heavy bowgun is the way. Not in all games. In some games, raw heavy bowgun feels pretty good, bit better. It's because you can't get out the elemental damage as quickly as you'd like. And so it's better to just go for raw. But in this game, when you have auto reload, you can go for elemental heavy bowgun pretty easily because you never have to reload or stop shooting. Yep, it is. I mean, in this game, it is a very good way of dealing damage. I feel like even in games that aren't this way, you can probably work with elemental heavy bowgun, but elemental light bowgun is a little bit more where it's at. I think. I don't know. You can probably still make it work. I'm not some gunning god. I don't know the secrets, but this is definitely doing a lot of damage. Yeah. In this game, auto reload plus an elemental bowgun shot is a real good mix. Greedy. Ooh, man, you cannot make a lot of mistakes in this matchup. Let's get out of her way first before sheathing. Just that instant tail flip in place. Very scary. I think we'll probably deal more damage when we switch over to the raw shots, but it's important to use these elementals too. Oops. So now we want to be shooting at her stomach, her legs, and her head. Pierce isn't particularly busted in this game. Pierce is kind of situational. In terms of what monsters it usually applies to, but Elements is pretty strong across the board if you have a strong gun and auto reload. Auto reload is what makes it super good because you don't have to stop to reload. You can be attacking almost constantly. Yeah, those roar combos are something to be scared of in this game. We've had a couple fights where we've had to pull out an earplug set, which is not something I've had to do in any game in the past like year or two. But this game gives you actually threatening roar combos if you don't for certain fights, so. Yeah, shield would be nice. Yeah, especially if you weren't going to be healing at all. Yep, for roars, so you can't get comboed. Absolutely intelligent, yeah. That's probably smart. I don't use heavy bowgun shields enough. And I use shields on stuff like Sword and Shield and Greatsword where you're technically not supposed to or anything. I find them really useful on those weapons. Should aim more. Yep. Yep. Now this will slow us down a little bit, but normal 3 is actually a shot that can work on the rats because you can bounce it off of their leg and kind of onto their wings, I think. Or like off their stomach. So we're going to do some of that. Try and use some normal 3 up rather than use our combines, because combines can be expensive. Buying all the needle berries from the trader. Oh, hello, tree. Now they will get many bounces from normal 3 going for the head. We stopped her charge. I'm surprised. I think maybe by shooting her like in between her leg and her wing, we might get some. I'm not seeing many bounces. Normal 3 just really sucks in this game. Like, I mean, we're still dealing damage, but it's just nowhere near as strong as normal 2. Whoops. This bowgun skill is pretty cheesy. I think at some point we're going to need more damage. Like, we'll need a set that can't... We'll either need more defense or more damage, or both. We won't be able to use this set anymore. Which I think is probably a good thing. It's a bit silly, and I think, like most quality of life skills, it does make some bad habits for me. Like, I'm not used to reloading in combat. There were some ricochets there, but that was the first I'd seen of them. What's stopping you from playing them, Vermilion? What's stopping you from playing the 3DS Monster Hunters nowadays? There's some subtle music in this area. It's cool. I like areas that have a little bit of ambient music to them like that. It's really neat. There are a few. Don't have a 3DS, that would definitely stop you. If you have a strong enough PC, you can emulate it. Citra emulator is getting better, but not a solution for everybody. Not for me. My PC can't run it. I wonder if she's getting close to ready for capture. She probably is. The last time we were a bit overzealous with that, we ended up killing her. Don't even have a PC, well then there you go. That's okay. Well, I hope someday you'll be able to pick up a 3DS for cheap. There are loads of them out there. They'll probably get cheaper as they get a little bit older. It'll be a really nice system to collect when it's older. It'll be nice and cheap, and there'll be loads of games to play. Just play for Portable 3rd and Freedom Unite. I mean, between those games, I mean, you can also play Freedom 1. If you're playing those games on a PSP emulator, you can play Freedom 1. You've got access to 3 generations of Monster Hunter. That's quite a bit. You can experience a lot of what the series has to offer. Not everything, I guess, but you can experience a lot of it just from those games. You're on Issue 5 of 3rd Portable. How are you liking it? I really enjoyed my time with it. I'm writing about it right now. Writing about Portable 3rd. Yeah, you can send it if you'd like, Mirth, sure. I mean, I'm not going to play it right now on stream, I don't think, but... I think she's dead. Nope, never mind. Sometimes when they dunk out of the air like that, that means they're dead. Nice. Yay, I got used to her health pool. Devil Joe is tough. I'm scared of Devil Joe. I mean, I'm doing a little better with him now, but especially when I started playing Portable 3rd, I was really scared of him. Glad someone gave me Heavy Bowgun at the end of a long, tough stream. Heavy Bowgun's nice. That's probably one of my fastest Rathians so far. Faster than Hammer, faster than Greatsword. Which is insane, because we're using all G-rank gear for both Hammer and Greatsword. But this is all high-rank Heavy Bowgun. That's how strong Heavy Bowgun and auto-reload are in this game. That's nuts. about equally, Marks. I feel like both of them I can take them on, but they're both monsters that I'm really poor at their patterns and how they move around. Maybe a little bit less scared of Devil Joe, maybe because I spent so much time learning some of his patterns in Portable Third. No Heavenly, that's okay. We'll keep grinding. Joe scares you more in 3 Ultimate? I feel like I guess folks who have played 3U and 4U a bit, do you guys feel like Bracky's rougher in 4 Ultimate or 3 Ultimate? It's hard for me to get a sense, but it feels like in 3 Ultimate Bracky, well, obviously not like the super event Bracky, but Bracky doesn't seem quite as terrifying in that game. I've fought him once in High Rank Village in that game, which I know isn't the same as like G Rank or High Rank Hub, but yeah, he seems like he might be a little bit more scary in 4U. What was the first monster that made me poop my pants? Probably Flavinus. Oh, I forgot to plant stuff. Yeah, not to say that Bracky isn't challenging in 3U. I'm sure he gets pretty scary, especially like the event version or whatever, but it seems like 4U is even stricter in some ways. Or not stricter, but scarier, I guess. Faster. Meaner. Oh. Yeah, the monsters that still really kind of bother me in terms of, or really scare me or worry me when I go up against them are some of the Elder Dragons. Some of the Elders I've not spent enough time with, or I'm still kind of freaked out because they just have challenging things to deal with. Like Kushala and Teo, especially in 4th gen. Some monsters like Bracky or Devil Joe are just monsters that move in ways that I'm just not very good at dealing with yet. I haven't really... I don't like fighting them very much, and I haven't sat down and put in enough time. I've spent a little bit of time with Devil Joe recently, so I'm a little better now, but I gotta put more time in. I gotta get wrecked a bit more before I can really fight against those monsters cleanly. Joe's getting there, I guess. Excuse me. Well, this has been quite the night. I'm glad I got back to streaming after the last few nights off. Yeah, I saw you posting about those, Marks. It's neat that you were able to clear the level 130s. It sounds pretty intimidating. Like, I'm pretty interested to see what that system's like when we do 4U's G rank. Pretty interested to see. Sounds like a very unique system in the series. You said screw it and you used IG. IG's strong. Did you get all 3 buffs the whole time, Martz? Orange is easy to get when Rajang does the beam. That's good. Oh, I don't know why I ate. I'm not doing another quest. Oh, this has been another Monster Hunter Freedom Night stream. We didn't finish a whole lot of weapons tonight, but that's just how things are sometimes. Sometimes you got some technical difficulties or some tough hunts. I'm glad we kept going. Still finished off some hunts, finished the matchup we were given to deal with. I'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow with some more Monster Hunter to play. We'll continue working down that list of things. We have some more monsters to fight. Like, we have to fight some crabs still, some Hermitar and then Cianatar for some weapons, and then also some more, I think, Blangonga as well for an ice longsword. So we've got some cool varied fights. I hope you guys had fun watching. I hope it was an okay watch, even with the various technical difficulties and such. I'm going to probably log off and get some rest here. So, I guess if it's anyone's first time by the stream and you liked it, think about following. It's always nice to have more people around to talk with and learn from, enjoying the series and all that. We also have a cozy Discord. Join if you feel like hanging out and sharing Monster Hunter stuff. For now, we're going to find somebody else who's playing Monster Hunter to give a raid to. Pass on the evening. Let me see here. See if there's anyone we haven't met before. Someone's streaming for Ultimate. Discord? We do have a Discord. Here you go. Yep, Discord is an app. We can chat with people. There's the link. I guess let's go ahead. Let's raid Biodrone. Biodrone is playing Generations Ultimate and is working on some hunting horn, I think. So we can give them a raid. No worries, Vermilion. You're welcome. They've raided us a few times recently, so we can return the favor since they're keeping going, it looks like. What is it, Martz? Well, in any case, I will be seeing you guys tomorrow. Like I said, I'm going to get some good rest. I'm a little worn out tonight, but I'll be seeing you guys soon. Thanks for being here, and thanks for chilling with me as we took on those tough quests and everything. Everyone have a good night, and happy hunting. Cheers. That sounds awful, Martz.